A very good morning to all you wonderful people. What a beautiful day it is, and what a memorable occasion it has turned out to be. I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of this land and elders, past, present, and emerging. I wish to thank every one of you, great personalities, distinguished guests, honorable ministers, who are present here, who've taken the time to be part of this wonderful launch. I wish to especially thank the Honorable Greg Hunt, Honorable Alan Tudge, Honorable Chris Bowen, Honorable Mark Coulton, Honorable Maria Gambicino, Honorable Simon Crean, Honorable Steve Irons, and all distinguished guests and personalities who are here as part of this launch. And I wish to say a very special thank you, and I wish to congratulate the Mental Health Foundation Australia chairperson, Mr. Jim Gooden, and Mr. Vasan Srinivasan, vice chairperson, who to me personally is such a source of motivation. We say back from where I come from that the wind never stops. I probably want to say Mr. Vasan never stops too. So thank you for doing all of this, and it's truly an inspiration. I feel very humbled to be present here in the Australian Parliament where there's this launch of the National Mental Health Awareness Program. I'd like to greet you all in the traditional way in which we greet in India. We say namaste. And namaste is not hello, namaste is not hi. Namaste means I bow down to every one of you in respect for what you do in this great nation. I come from India, Chennai, which is in South India, and I represent Global Organization for Divinity, which has been founded by my spiritual guru, my spiritual master. His name is His Holiness Maharanyam Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, who lives in Chennai, and who is the reason why I stand before you today and I'm able to convey this nice little message to you. And we as an organization are headquartered in India, and we do have a presence in Australia as well, and across many countries in the world, in Singapore, in New Zealand, Malaysia, United States of America, in many different places. And what we do, the core principles that our organization works upon is we dedicate ourselves to selfless service to the community, unconditional love for all, and aspiring and striving for inner transformation, which my guru would always say is the solution to universal love. So that is the principle that I carry with me. That is the message from my guru that I carry with me in this momentous occasion. And my guru would always say that every prayer that forms part of the Indian scriptures, which have been in existence since time immemorial, are always collective. There's no prayer that is for an individual. It's always collective. We say, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. In Sanskrit, it means may everybody, every being in this world be happy and peaceful. Not just me, that truly represents the spirit of human beings, isn't it? To be able to step out from this tiny little circle that we've drawn around ourselves called I, me, and myself, to be able to step out of that circle and to be able to help another, especially the one in need. And that is the prayer that forms part of our scriptures, and why I wish to share that with you today is that is really what I see right before my eyes, where this great nation, the government, the people, and all these wonderful organizations are taking that step outside that circle to help the one that needs it the most. I salute and bow down to this spirit of Australia. Namaste to every one of you. Friends, we live in a very fast-paced world today. We live in a place where I could be in the middle of a sea of people and yet feel lonely. I live in a place where striving for excellence in every field has made this whole world very competitive. It's so competitive that it's not just about how good I am, it's all about how much better I am than the rest of the pack. That's reality. That's how the world is going today. And why, on one hand, we strive to unite, there's many things that are happening that attempt to divide us, human beings, and all of this is happening around us. We are in this flux, and what is the buzzword today? It's called stress. We talk about stress, and all of this has led to that. And as my spiritual guru would put it, the key thing to do in order to relieve this thing called stress, to find that inner peace, is mental well-being, he would say. The mind is the key, he would always say, because well-being is not something that is limited to physical well-being and intellectual well-being. We gain knowledge all the time and we keep ourselves physically fit, but that's where it ends most of the time. We miss out on this third most important aspect that defines us, humans. It is the mind that in fact defines us, and mental well-being is the key if we truly wish to lead lives that define that love, that peace, and that happiness. And while I'm amazed at the kind of measures that the government is taking to ensure that that support is available in every possible way, with the support groups, with all kinds of services, with psychiatric help, with psychologists, I'm amazed to see the effort that is going on all around, and I truly bow down to all of that. I would also like to add, with all of these external measures, if we can add this grooming of the mind, the mental well-being aspect, then it completes this circle of well-being. As I would like to put it, as my guru would say, you reach out and you reach within as well. Reach out. All the help is available. It's there. It's there, and the government and all these organizations, the foundation is doing such a wonderful job. Reach within to find that peace within myself, and that completes this circle. This circle. And what mental well-being does, it is going to help every one of us at an individual level, and all of us as humanity. I will tell you how. A very nice example that my spiritual master would always quote. We all say, isn't it, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. When I stand in front of the mirror, I am the beholder. When I look at that image, I really don't like what I'm seeing. It's hazy, it's not clear. I really don't like it, and I try many different ways and adjustments to get it all right. I do everything possible, it's really not working, and then finally it strikes me. I take a piece of cloth and I wipe the mirror. When I wipe the mirror, what happens is this image becomes pristine, it becomes clear, it's beautiful. Why? Because the mirror became clean. That mirror, friends, is the mind. If I manage to clean the mind by spiritual practices such as meditation, yoga, mindfulness, meditation using sacred chants, we call them as mantras, all of this in some way or the other wipes clean this mirror, and when the mirror is clean, I love the image that I see. It's beautiful. You know why? Every one of us is uniquely beautiful. That's how we are. We just need to see it right. So that's how it's going to help me as an individual with that spiritual practice. It helps to have that inner clarity. And how will it help all of us? All of us, humanity. It does, because when that inner clarity dawns in me, it leads to inner transformation. And that inner transformation blossoms this love from my heart. And when that happens, that is just one step away to universal love. This is what my master would say. That is the key to universal love. Take a look around you for a minute. The one thing that we see that is common, in fact, is the diversity that defines us. We come from different places. We speak different languages. We hail from different cultures, backgrounds, traditions. Even if you were to take the spiritual parts, there are so many. This infinite paths meant to take us to that infinite eternal bliss. But you know what my Guru would say? He would say that that in fact is the strength. That diversity is in fact the real beauty, because we look like this beautiful bouquet of exquisite, colorful flowers, and that's what this diversity does to us. It looks very beautiful. If you notice any tradition, any spiritual path that's been in existence since time immemorial, the manner in which the founders of those paths, whichever culture or geographic location they may be from, the manner in which they won over people was not by force, not using armies, but they won the hearts of people with love, by love. That's how they won the hearts of people. And even today, if the names of these great personalities, spiritual personalities, and their lofty ideals and messages are alive with us, it's because they represent and personify that love. In short, spirituality is nothing but that love. When we learn to embrace this message, as my Guru would fondly put it, that day is not far off when all of us would be shaking hands across continents. Thank you so much. It's such an honor and privilege to be here. Before I end, I would like to convey my heartfelt appreciation of this beautiful team that's been inspired by Jim and Mr. Wasson. This Mental Health Foundation team, headed by Aisha Usman. I've been with them for the past 2 weeks. I'm amazed at the way in which they've been doing what they do. And also every single multicultural ambassador that I've had the pleasure of knowing and interacting with. Thank you for the wonderful work that you're doing. Thank you for having me here. It's a great honor. Thank you.